Yo, what's poppin'? We're back. We're not dead. We're not on fire. And now we can talk about our sponsorship, which is Harry Weinstein's sexual harassment victims. They're developing a company based on lies. Protect my boy.
Protect Harry Weinstein. And look, speaking of, a lot of male actors are getting called out now.
Bro, I don't get it.
It's crazy. And Macaulay Culkin hasn't said shit.
What would Macaulay Culkin have to do with anything?
Well, I mean, he was like the initial fucking yeah, that guy raped me, dude. Now he's
speaking of like rape and buttholes, Kevin Spacey.
Whose
face looks like the fucking school cafeteria lunch special, bro.
Bro, oh god.
And apparently he fucks girls, guys, and cartoon characters.
No, I think
he's like, yeah, if Roger Rabbit's under the right light, I'd do it.
I think he's been ambiguously gay for a while now. He just never admitted to it. And then he admits to it specifically to try to get out of molesting a dude.
Well, it was the smoothest deflection.
He's like,
bro, he was like, hey, just to let you guys know, I am sort of gay, and I've done gay things, and if I raped you, I'm sorry, it's Hollywood, and
he's like, sometimes you just look at dude's face. And Johnny Depp's like, I know, mate. I'm not even English.
I think Kevin Spacey, just because of the way he looks, should be an automatic suspect anywhere within like 25 miles of a child molestation case.
Dude, and it's fucked up because they canceled his show, right? But some dude made a good point because if you cancel a show, everybody loses their job. So Kevin Spacey just fucked over a bunch of people.
Yeah.
For something that happened 15 years ago?
Coke and buttholes. That's his American Beauty. And if you're underage, better.
Is he looking from the window?
And no one's talking about Andy Dick's sexual harassment because dude, it's Andy Dick. Like he's somehow the jester of comedy. He's
the jester of sexual harassment.
God.
Dude, I expected that.
Andy Dick has kids.
Yeah, he does.
Did they turn into are they all naturally transsexual? Is that possible? Were they born organically transsexual?
Is Andy Dick transsexual?
I don't know. I just imagine anything that relates around Andy Dick's semen turns into transsexual.
Oh, just like his hair.
Like, think about it. As a kid, if you're his son, by the time you're 16 years old, you're like, wow, I was Andy Dick's semen. Oh. That is the scum of the world.
And Andy Dick... Oh. And his face looks like a penis. His chin just like... Have you seen him try to grow a goatee before? It grows in the butt of his chin.
So I have a question. So I don't know shit about art, and I don't pretend to. Was Andy Dick's like shtick that I'm gonna try and look like a molesting Andy Warhol? Was that like his shtick? And he's like, I'll just be Andy Dick.
So Andy Dick, the name implies it all.
But at the same time, Andy Dick's sort of fucking funny, bro.
He's hilarious
in a weird ass way.
He's just weird and sort of gay.
And speaking of weird and sort of gay, XXXTentacion is giving up his record deal to fucking imprison more bitches. And he's like, I live in the system. I'll piss on your sister. I'll rape and I kick her. But nah, man, I got love for rape victims, you know what I mean? Like, whatever my songs are about and I'm not about, whatever my fans relate to that's who I am.
God, he is such a fucking faggot, dude.
It's like, I'm going to shave my eyebrows and look like the light-skinned Quicksilver.
Dude,
I'm going to play sports without shoes or socks. Because I'm raw, bro. I'm raw. I'm going to get a tattoo of a rash under my dick. Oh. Because I'm raw.
I got a rash on my dick.
He's like, the music industry doesn't understand me. When I took the bitch to Starbucks and the bitch got her throat fucked, I meant how society oppresses the black and white kids through violence.
In Starbucks.
Y'all just didn't see that. So when you see my music video, it's nothing about my music and my incomplete songs that you'll never fucking understand why I ended them. That's why, because I'm raw, bro. I'm raw.
He's like, I'll make a music video for one song and introduce a song you've never heard before in it. Because that's art. And Tekashi 6ix9ine's over there like, I'm just going to play the same 30 seconds on repeat 4 times.
All right, if you guys don't know who Tekashi 6ix9ine is, 6ix9ine. We've apparently been doing a lot of in our time of solitude. We've been doing a lot of fucking YouTube deep dig searching, fucking, and coming across all of these satanic YouTube rappers.
We're finding
literally YouTube rappers. Because this dude, Tekashi69, does not have his own SoundCloud. I don't even know if he has his own social media. He probably has his own social media.
He doesn't. No.
Shows you the next rainbow thing he's going to do.
He has no social media. He doesn't have his own YouTube. Someone else puts it up.
He's a Mexican from New York with an influence of scream punk rapping about mob shit. He's
an insane character.
First of all, how many Mexicans are in New York? Did I lose out on some some societal update that there's a lot of Mexicans in New York?
Just thought it was the Puerto Ricans.
Well, what I like about him the most is everyone always questions why Fat Joe and all them get to say the N-word, and he's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna literally say the N-word every line.
Literally at the end of every line in 2 songs he says it. But that's because he's good in his hood, just like he said on his non-social media. No, seriously though, he's dope. He has no social media. He doesn't have a YouTube. He doesn't have a SoundCloud, and he says it's gay to have one.
So go check him out. And he might have AIDS.
Yeah.
And he probably does.
In his words, if you find a channel with his music, it's fake, but support it anyway.
And he calls himself 69, and he actually sticks to the script and is real as fuck because he tats 69 all over his fucking body.
Said over 200
his malnutrition deficient body.
And then he was like, I got the 69 face tattoo to cover up my acne because I'm ugly as fuck.
But, today, what we're actually talking about...
Speaking of rainbow things...
Today, what we're actually talking about, the movie that we're going over, is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Woohoo! Yay! Yeah, because we needed to talk about this. Why? Because Thor Ragnarok's coming out. So, basically, it looks like 2 fucking 80s video games that another child molester is playing for the high score.
Dude,
it's I could either do this or take score on how many childs I molest. Because that's a word.
Yeah, because Gunn is in the back office of Marvel somewhere, all these children I record.
Oh, yeah, James Gunn jerks off to children, that's for sure. I think that's actually a fact.
He touches them at their screenings. That's who's dressed up as fucking Groot.
And we're doing this because we need to continue the MCU. So if you haven't fucking subscribed yet, hit that shit. Hit that shit.
Hit the subscribe.
Even if they don't want it, like all these celebrities. Harass the button.
Harass the button. Hit it like Lil B, and it'll love you back.
God. Yeah, Lil B got his ass whooped too for no fucking reason.
Dude, the rap...
Who beats up on Lil B? Legit. Let's get real about this. If anyone's gonna hit him, it should have been James Harden or fucking Kevin Durant.
Dude, especially when he's dressed like a $10 preacher, bro.
Well, okay, so in the video where he got beat up, he was wearing a suit, essentially.
Yeah.
A suit.
A shit brown suit.
And he had Whoopi Goldberg dreads. Actual Whoopi Goldberg dreads. You know how people are like, oh yeah, they got dreads, he looks like Whoopi Goldberg. He actually has Whoopi Goldberg dreads.
Yeah, it made the butt at the seam of the head. It was hilarious.
And so they beat up Sister Act, bro.
Yeah.
He got beat up. And it was hilarious because he gets up, he almost falls into the wall, and then he shakes his dreads into place. And Lil B's like, yo, they beat me up, I can't even perform now.
He's like,
I got love for him, though.
He's like, they beat me up and they took my shit and now I can't perform.
They told me I could fuck their bitch after. That's how much love I got for him.
What did they take from Lil B that prevented him from performing? Because that's what he said. He didn't say, I can't perform because I got beat up. He said, they took something from me and because of that, I can't perform.
Maybe they did. Who knows?
Will they take his turntables or his CD with all his beats on it?
I don't know. Don't talk about another rapper's raps. Because your shits get fucked up. Yeah, today we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Fucking subscribe. We're on iTunes and SoundCloud. We're just like these rappers. We don't really have any platforms, so you got to find us.
Yeah.
And if you listen to Google Play and all that shit, stop being a fucking queer.
Yeah, Google Play's gone, man.
SoundCloud thought it was gone. Chance the Rapper was like, yeah, I'll save it, but actually I'm not going to pay a cent into it. But it's still going to stick around. So we're there.
I think the SoundCloud rappers are saving it.
I think we had 3,000 downloads and 2,900 are bots.
Yeah.
But, it's a good ratio.
Yeah.
So we're getting some sort of fanship there. And at
least the bots like us.
We're on SoundCloud and fucking we're on Facebook. If you want to friend us or whatever the fuck we do on Facebook, we just post random shit and apparently it pisses people off.
We're more
okay, so we made a post on all these stupid ass Facebook groups, podcasting groups, about basically I just made a joke saying if I were to kill my partner in our podcast and then while I'm on the run, made a true crime podcast about me killing him. Which is almost, now that I'm saying it out loud, a fucking genius idea. So if something happens on air, and we're on air. We have the little fucking, the words and lighting. But anyways, And it's funny because a lot of people got the joke, or not even that it was a joke, that just like, oh yeah, that's sort of funny, I guess. You're an asshole, right? That's great. But then you had some people that are like, I really hope this isn't true.
Oh, God, right?
Like, it's like, bitch, did I make like 18 posts before that talking about suicide like half these motherfuckers do? Like, is Facebook just like a giant suicide letter post? Because that's all we get. That's all I see all the time.
Well, that's pretty much
all
all
like,
it is,
dude, guys, I'm not ready yet. I broke my PS4 controller. I think I'm going to fucking kill myself and my children.
Or like, on the other end of that, it's like, hey, look at this Transformer I took apart and painted. Now it looks sick doing this pose.
But it doesn't look good enough, so I think I'm going to kill myself.
Actually, that's more Reddit. Dude, the Transformers forum on Reddit is the most lit shit ever. Because it's just old dudes.
It's lit!
Yeah, seriously, it is. It's just old dudes buying the toys and being like, look what I found. Yeah. No one talks about shit.
Well, why are those old dudes doing what they're doing? That's all I'm saying.
Because they're lit. They're hella high, and they're like, I want to repaint a Transformer.
Those are probably our audience, actually. Well, so we're sorry. We apologize.
I've posted enough.
To all you child molesting, toy creating, old 42-year-old saggy ball men.
But if you got that 80,
out there for you.
If you got that 82 Starscream, send it my way.
So yeah. And we're on Twitter and shit. Apparently we have followers on Twitter as well, even though we barely ever tweet. And when we do, it's probably offensive.
And Theo Vaughn follows us.
Yeah, Theo Vaughn!
He needed a follower, so he followed us.
He's like, I stopped Roll Rules Real World Challenge back in 99. Yeah, it's that long.
He's like, it's been a while.
Decided to do comedy. Joe Rogan liked me because I say weird shit.
He's like, I was with Opie for a while, but that got canceled.
Theo Vaughn does. I never thought in my life, like when I was 12 years old, like, you know what, I'm going to have a Twitter. It's going to be about a podcast, and Theo Vaughn's going to follow me.
When he was on TV and we were young, and he was like, yeah, I think I can win this challenge, but it'll be tough.
He should have been in Tokyo Drift.
Dude,
he should have took over in Tokyo Drift. I'd much rather watch Theo Vaughn.
Him and Sean talking to each other instead of him and Bow Wow. It's just two dope Southerners.
Man, walkie. When I sucked his dick, I didn't even have to put ketchup on it.
So, yeah, it was like the Wabaki.
Speaking of those, check out our old episodes if you have fucking subscribed, because we haven't made one in like a month and a half. We just did some random bonus episode just to like piss you the fuck off.
Or I think we hated on XXXTentacion.
Let you know what would happen if movies didn't exist. That's what our show would sound like. But yeah, we've done, our premise of our show is we take movie series, and we talk about all the movies in them very crudely and offensively, and hopefully, we hope you guys like it and then download it and support us.
Yeah.
So that maybe we'll make money and we could be the next Trump starting with this podcast.
And if you're a lady, you can touch yourself to our voices.
You could.
While we
I touch myself to my own voice.
Yeah.
I sit there. I've edited 20 hours to take your voice out so I could jerk off to it. And, so yeah, the series we've done so far, oh God, what have we done? We got MCU. We've done MCU so far. All those. Right?
Yeah.
We've done
Fast and the Furious.
No, what is after MCU? Let's go in order.
Okay, Harry Potter.
Don't listen to the first 6 episodes. All right? Because they're garbage, in my opinion. And if you like them, that means you're probably not going to like the ones after that. Or maybe. So listen after. All right, I don't know.
Who knows?
Depends on how morbid you really are.
If you like what we've been doing and you want to laugh at how bad we were, you can listen to them, I guess.
Or if you do drugs.
Or if you think it's drugs. Funny. Yeah, you'll probably think it's funny if you're really high.
MCU. We've done all the Harry Potters. All the Star Wars. These are all including these new releases over last year.
Then Fast and the Furious.
No, Star Wars, then X-Men.
Oh,
we
did
right. X-Men. All the X-Men. Why? I don't know.
That was...
Fast and the Furious, that's when it starts getting really fucking good.
Yeah.
The Fast and the Furious is the greatest movie series ever to exist and ever to exist.
Fast and the Furious Pirates?
You know what I was thinking, too? Like, when we get enough technology, hopefully one day, I could CGI my face with Paul Walker's. And I could just record my life and then put Paul Walker's imagery over my life. And I guarantee it would look like 18 times better.
Bruh. That might actually, okay.
That technology might exist soon.
Well, you just made me think of something ridiculous, though. Eventually, rich people will be able to buy tailor-made movies where they just, have an actor with a face mask on that blots out the face, and they just CGI that, whoever bought the movie's face into it.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that with dead actors, too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like old white men are like, oh, I still like John Wayne. Remember that one time he said the N-word? He talks about Indians.
Like, them Redskins is getting pretty far. I better shoot them.
Why is a white guy their quarterback? We did Fast and Furious. We covered that woman abusing fucking drunk. Pirates of the Caribbean. And then what was after that? What was right after Pirate? We did Transformers, right?
And then the Great Monkey Saga.
Yeah, the Great Monkey. Yeah. How James Franco ruins the world, and how Mark Wahlberg started a new world in Planet of the Apes. So that one we chose, and you know what was crazy is like like I said, when we put it out on Facebook, there were people like, "Why did you do the old ones?" I'm like, "Cause I didn't want to be bored to death, you cocksucker."
Right. Well, I mean,
that's how all people sound when they talk to us like that.
The old ones aren't super boring, but they're so corny that it's like, oh god, I don't think I can sit through it.
I don't watch Charles Heston or the fuck that faggot's name
Charlton
is. Dead
Heston,
old asshole.
Charles.
I don't care.
Charlize Theron, that old bitch.
But today, we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which got more fucking ridiculous. It was
somehow,
retarded.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking retarded. Yeah.
Well, because apparently, like MCU is running out of shit to do. Like Aladdin will be in the next MCU, and Abu will steal Hulk's cock ring and pawn it off to the collector for some bread, and then he'll trade it to Howard the Duck for a sex slave.
It's actually going to be the Lion King, bro. Scar's just going to be Ultron, and he's the one who pushes Mufasa off the ridge.
I feel like the MCU is selling me a fucking cereal. Like, when they do their shit before the movie now, it feels like I'm getting sold a cereal. And I'd buy it.
And there's at some point in the movie, you get handed a toy, like, in the middle of the box.
Guardians of the Galaxy is going to, like... I feel like that shtick's going to run out, but in actuality, their comedy is so solid that it might not. Like, it might just become, like, so fucking ridiculous that it'll be cool enough to last 3 movies. That's all you need from Guardians is 3.
Yeah, but this one was good.
What'd you give it? Out of 10?
Out of 10, I give it an 8.5, which for me ties it with Age of Ultron. Because I think...
I gave it an 8.2.
Really?
It's... All right, it's one of those things like, I hate to talk about Ninja Turtles, but I love to talk about Ninja Turtles. All right, because like the first Ninja Turtles movie was a movie. It just so happened to be about the most retarded shit ever. But it was a movie, right? And the second movie was basically Vanilla Ice before he started looking like a NorCal bro.
Oh, shit.
You know, driving like in a fucking white F-150 or some Dodge truck, like hanging out at a high school. Giving girls cigarettes.
The second one was Ooze, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one was the Filipino, and he'd fight you for some lumpias and blood-congealed soup. And then there's some character shit sprinkled in. And Ooze. So it was just a bullshit fucking movie that was entertaining. That's what this one is to me.
Just bullshit that's entertaining?
Yeah, it's just, it's more entertaining. It is bigger or whatever, but... it's not a better movie. That's how I feel about it.
See, the way I felt about it is like it's to me it's a lot like Age of Ultron, but the opposite. Because Age of Ultron tried to fit too much fucking story in there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And there wasn't enough good shit going on to fit all the goddamn story they had. With this one, they were like, let's cut back on all the fucking story.
Well, the only thing I liked in the first place was that it's basically showing a father who abandons his family or his son or whoever should never be allowed a second chance with him because he's a fucking scumbag, stuck in his own world, doing his own bullshit, being a selfish jackass.
It is an allegory for the runaway father. He literally built his
Especially
own
if they
world.
look like Kurt Russell.
I returned to Earth to see her 3 times, and I knew if I returned a 4th, I'd never leave.
Kurt Russell. And he seeded a bunch of other ladies.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, it was sort of cool how he was, like, trying to seduce him. And then, like, even when it was getting to the point where he's like, you're going to be a Molecelestial, whatever the fuck we like to be called. Because as you see, the first time I tried to find life, I fucked an 11-year-old girl.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he did.
I was allowed in Tombstone. I could do it now.
She was my slave for a week.
He was like singing her song. Like, dude, he was telling him how much of a scumbag he was through Quill's like song with his mom who had a brain tumor. He's like, yeah, that sailor's me. We don't trust them hoes. You know?
He's like, I called her my water lily. She knew the words to all of my songs.
Right. He's like, bro, all I got to do is like jizz and I can create whatever I want. You know what that's like? Quill. He's like, yeah, I'll take all my jizz and create a Pac-Man. I'm Quill.
He's like, I'll just make a bigger, younger version of myself dressed as Michael Jackson.
And he was telling that fool. He was like, bro, look at all these alien orgies I'm having. You don't think it's sort of weird that you thought you were a human and you're fucking aliens? You sick fuck? You don't think that was sort of weird? And he's like, bro, that green bitch, bro, like, see all the sex slaves I can have?
It's like, you can have them too.
And you saw that little girl I had sex with. That gave me a lot of life.
He's like, literally, I fucked her to make a battery, and that battery is you.
That's what was so weird is, like, it almost... Okay, so the scene where they found all the bones, right? Which I'm assuming were dead children.
All his dead kids.
I looked at it like that part of the planet was his butthole. So was he pooping out dead children? Did he just eat them and poop them out?
Yeah, and he also just had two sisters fight their way to the death in his butthole.
That wasn't him. That's not Thanos.
No, not Thanos. I'm talking about fucking Ego.
Yeah, Ego.
That's where they fought to the death before they found all the skeletons.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because Ego's like, yeah, I got two sisters fighting in my butthole, and my son's sort of a deadbeat, and his friend has really sensitive nipples.
And I didn't get it. Like, was he... Because obviously Quill's mom's a fucking whore, right?
Yeah.
And he came back in his ego fashion for his 3 booty calls, right?
4 times.
Then he was like, you know what, bitch? That pussy was too smelly for me. I'm giving you a brain tumor.
Yeah, called it.
You lied to me, ho.
He gave her a fucking cancer. He gave her that cancer D.
I bet you he walked home to her fucking like a black dude, like a convict.
He probably
just... Like, no, I have my own planet, damn it.
He probably just fucking egoed on her face.
Oh, God.
That was radioactive.
Right. All right, yeah. Well, it was funny because, like, Quill, like, all he really wanted to do is, like, play catch with his dad.
And they did
like,
with his jizz.
And I thought that was a funny joke that fucking... He thought his dad was David Hasselhoff. Or, like, he was told or whatever, some sick story from his whore mom.
Yeah.
Even she was like, take my hand. It's got the DH picture in it.
Take my hand, child.
That's what it was. That's why he kept it.
Yeah.
Not only was it a walkie-talkie and a David Hasselhoff picture.
Fucking David Hasselhoff was his poppy.
Yeah. And apparently he actually was. Because Kurt Russell was like, she sucks better dick when I'm DH, so you know what I mean?
She's more attracted to me as fucking David Hasselhoff because I can
fucking
sing.
Planets.
I
drop cosmic fucking kidney stones all over your planet. And it turns into another planet.
Oh, that's
And let's make it a Nickelodeon 2000 fucking live action movie at the end. What the fuck was that shit?
Yeah, that was just copying off of Adam Sandler's great hit Pixels, apparently.
Right?
Because that was fucking corny as fuck.
It was funny to me how, like, Quill was like, I don't know if anyone like under 35 watches the George Lopez show, but the joke about George Lopez is that he's always a little bitch about not having a dad, right? And that's how Quill sort of was in this one, because like when every time he's trying to talk to Gamora, and first off, he was the one that said, yo, this dude is sketch as fuck. It's Kurt Russell.
Yeah, he's like, I know this guy.
What the fuck?
He was in
No one told me he was
going to
be in this movie. And fucking Gamora's like, dude, I think you should try it out. Like, he seems like he's rich, so what's good? And like when he was like, nah, I don't trust shit. Like, I'm good. Like, I live that life. I'm fucking alien hoes. Like, he's like, you still ain't gave me the pussy yet. Why should I listen to you?
It's like, I don't want a dad that just gets up and pisses in the woods.
Right. When he's not supposed to have a dick.
Yeah. And then when he gets told about his dick, he's like, dude, I don't want to hear about my dad's dick. Why would I want to hear about my dad's dick?
No, because Drax like, dude, your mom must have been a whore. She took a planet in her pussy.
That's right. He's like, no, he has a big old wanger. And he's like, oh, that's gross. He's like, what, your dad didn't tell you about when he molested your mom?
My father would tell the story of impregnating my mother every winter solstice.
That's disgusting.
It was beautiful.
Dude, that's how I took his little fucking hologram projection fucking screens that he had, like a jackass. He was like, yeah, I met life, and it's like this 11-year-old girl, and then I fucked this 18-year-old. I think it was the same chick blowing a guy in the bar.
She knew all the words to the shitty songs of her era.
But, like, it was funny because when Quill was, like, bitching about his dad, Gamora was like, dude, remember like when you told everyone your dad was David Hasselhoff and they called you gay? He's like, no, Yondu forced me to be gay. He said he whistled and it went in my ass.
He said he was going to eat my ass out if I didn't stay in line. That was just a joke.
You know how jaggedy his teeth are?
I wouldn't have pooped right for weeks.
Even like Rocket, like, okay, first off, Rocket was like the thug in this movie. Like, Rocket's like, you took the goon out the streets, but you can't just take the streets out the goon.
He's just
like,
down
Rocket's
to steal and shoot.
Yeah. And like, it was funny to me because when Quill was being a little bitch, like, Rocket was like, hey, orphan, like, I think your dad's a little bitch. And that's when Quill was like, bro, no one likes you, bro. What the fuck?
He's like, yeah, well, fuck you. I have a little tree that's my friend, and that's really my only family.
But yeah, it was funny because, like, Kurt Russell's just, like, seducing him. He's like, hey, dude, look, you turn your cum into a Nerf ball. That's all you're worth, you fucking jackass. People like me can give bitches tumors. I mean, make Asian sex slaves with antennas.
He's like, I just nutted
give me old fashions.
She found him as a larvae. He's like, then I stuck her up my asshole as a planet, and she grew into a woman.
He's like, sometimes I just turn my planet into the set of Tombstone so I can duel people and slap women.
Sometimes I turn it into New York so I can escape that shit.
And then, like I said, through his little fucking 8-scene trail fucking hologram projection movie thing he has.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know what the fuck that was.
The Hall of Wonders.
He's like, dude, you can have sex with aliens, alien kids, human kids, impregnate them, and you kill them. Or you fuck them again. Who cares? That's what a Molecelestial is about.
It's like, where'd you come from? He's like, I don't know. I was just out by space, and now I am.
No, he was like, dude, what are you? He's like, dude, I'm Kurt Russell. I could be an alcoholic. I could be in your dead mom while I'm an alcoholic.
He's like, when I decided to take a physical form, somehow I knew there was going to be Kurt Russell in the world.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, is that not what Marvel's becoming? Just like old men that are like molecules that can just do whatever they want. It's just CGI of them just being like, ha!
He's like, maybe I'll go hang out with Hannibal Lecter
right?
and Thor.
Oh, God. He's like, yeah, and I think I'll give myself a butthole so I can diarrhea McDonald's like the rest of them. I gave myself a penis, too, but I erased that once I smelled your mom's Venezuela pussy.
Well, once I found out that the founder of McDonald's is fighting Spider-Man, I thought shit was getting real.
God. That's basically what he said. He's like, yeah, I saw your mom blowing a 300-pound trucker in the back of the bar. I was like, hey, I knew that in my life. I just created this thing. I've only pissed kidney stones all over the earth.
I'd love to jerk off on her face at one point in time.
And one time I just said, fuck the face, I'm just going to nut in her. And it leaked out in her, that's why I call her my river lily.
That bitch was what?
And that was sort of funny, right? Because, like, Marvel starts off, like, Kurt Russell, like, with their RDJ, what do we got to call him? RDJ?
RDJ, Robert Downey
in his cocaine days when he looked better. Because he does look better when he does cocaine. As if he's not doing it now. He's just doing it off of Caitlyn Jenner's titties.
Oh.
Hold on. I think someone's pooping next door. Yeah, we live in like a bayou fucking trailer like connection. We don't get our own little pads of fucking ground.
A double wide.
They're just like stuck next to each other and we poo outside.
Yeah.
So everyone can hear because we don't have sewage.
We have to constantly dig holes.
We pay little Irish boys to clean out the poop in everyone's toilet.
The great news is we have great gardens because of it. Very fertilized.
But no, yeah, RDJ, when he does coke, now they have Kurt Russell before his bloating liver. So he's fucking... What he's doing is, like, when they first show him, he's making a Mustang look like a trashier Thunderbird.
Yeah,
which is sort of crazy.
And he's like, I stole fucking Michael Jackson's jacket. He's like, I'm driving with this hick bitch.
He's like, before I rape this chick in the forest, I'm going to show her all these kidney stones I left to create life. It's going to be a bunch of Kurt Russells everywhere. Even in your pooper, bitch.
She's like, well, what is that? He's like, it's the finest herb you could ever grow. And I've put some everywhere.
And that bitch is like, and Quill's mom is a dumb whore bitch. She fucking, like, it's like she can't realize this is like the 80s. She's like, yo, what the fuck is that? And she's like, oh, it's pink and blue, just like everything in the 80s. So it must be cool.
Hint, this is where Marvel's going now.
She's like, I can't believe I fell in love with a spaceman. Fuck me behind this dumpster in Dairy Queen. Put the blizzard in my snatch.
He's like, all right, but my
He's
flying...
like, well, I don't think blizzards were invented yet, you dumb bitch.
He's like, my flying prostate's going to come and pick me up here soon.
Oh, God. Poops out kids.
Oh,
God. Yeah, and much like our show, everything just seemed like filler and jargon.
Well, yeah,
amongst the Guardians. It was a fucking shitty... It was like Third Rock from the Sun, but with a fucking shriveled ball WWE wrestler.
Hey, there's no need to get personal.
If it went an hour and a half, there was a fucking bar scene. Yeah, there was a fucking Sylvester Stallone bar scene in the middle of the goddamn movie. And they weren't going to act like it was no goddamn thing.
They're like, Stan Lee is not enough dementia in this universe.
But we can show him. They're being demented. How old is that fool now?
I don't know.
Like 9,000 years old?
Well, yeah, because apparently, like, Yondu is not accepted in the space fucking Supreme Aryan Race Hall of Fame.
And that's Yondu's whole story arc, is him being a bitch.
Well, that's where we have to hear Sylvester Stallone's fucking half-stroke lingo. He's like, hey, Yondu, we don't have kids. If we do, we forget. Andrew taught me that after he molested me. I'm glad that Mooly died in the early story.
Oh, God.
He's like, hey, my wife, Anita. I can't trust her. She can't make meatballs I put inside of my mouth.
So
I beat her.
So
you guys remember Cliffhanger? Yeah. The Vietnamese, though, Viet Cong over here, I'll kill him.
Still don't talk like this till Rocky. I fell down those damn stairs. Now I have to eat sideway meatball.
Anita.
Fucking
I'll beat you, bitch.
I only trust this old guy in the freezer.
Well, yeah, it was complete fucking filler and bullshit.
Especially Yondu's bullshit.
Well, they fucking no. What is more bullshit than Yondu?
Baby Groot.
The Gold Town, bruh.
Oh well, the gold people. Jesus Christ, that was the supreme Aryan race.
Okay, first off, and just the lines in general. Like, I think literally at one point, Quill said, if his dick had a hand, he could have flew the shit better.
He did.
That was first of all, that was fucking hilarious.
That's hard.
But yeah, essentially, the goal because fucking the raccoon's a goon, the goon raccoon, had to steal from the fucking Gold Town. They're like, we put just the right amount of spray paint for our birthing pods so we can look gay. But they like stole that bitch's electronic dildo batteries and went on their way, and they flew to Zanzibar, Zoloft, Soviet Union.
What? Yeah, they did.
Like, one of the places was called Zanzibar.
You're right, it was.
You know, all the stoners, they were like, fuck yeah. And like the gold people chasing them in their fucking Dave and Buster's they're about to win raffle tickets for a meal. Kind of
they
bullshit.
Fought in drones, yeah. So they pretended like they were playing the pod racing Star Wars game.
Yeah, it didn't sort of look like, remember that South Park shit episode where it was like they were trying to go gas-free traveling or whatever.
Oh, so he makes the
like
giant fucking dildo
in your
machine.
ass. It looked like that.
Dude, and they were like weird too. They were just all assholes to each other.
Yeah. Well, no, the only thing that gold people kept it trill about was that they were like, bro, you ain't running off on the plug. What the fuck? You get mopped out here fucking with gold people.
He's like, you're going to steal those annulary batteries.
Quill was like, yo, let me get in them guts, girl. Like, isn't that literally like what he said?
He's like, if my dick had a hand, I'd be touching her G-spot.
That's when Gamora was like talking shit, calling him a little pussy when he was being a little bitch about his dad. He was like, look, bitch, like, I prefer gold pussy over green. But I for sure prefer green over that blue pussy. When's the last time Thanos molested you, bitch?
Oh, dude, and what does fucking what's her name? Nebula have a mechanical pussy?
I don't know.
Was that part of like
you replaced my pussy with a USB drive.
Like,
you can't
upload fight data.
They don't have any files in asteroids, so everyone has to fucking fly to see him.
You just put
fucking asshole.
Put the USB in my vagina and my ass becomes a screen.
I also thought it was pretty funny that Batista always tried to give like Quill life advice. He's like, I remember I used to watch the old lady watch me shoot up roids in my dick. Oh wait, that's my real life.
He's like, I saw she wasn't a dancer and it made my dick very hard.
It would make my nether regions engorge.
Okay, I get it, yes.
And Quill's like, dude, I get it. Like, your wife's dead and you probably fucked her dead body. Cool, bro.
Well, that's sort of what made me sad about Drax. They just turned him into, like...
Yeah, he's fucking retarded.
Yeah, they turned him into this one-line, like, moral support machine.
And he looks like a fucking burnt bratwurst.
Well, that's
like,
true.
He's just starting to look... He's Vin Dieseling out, and he's just starting to look like a sausage.
When his nipples are his sensitive parts, apparently.
Yeah. Well, as long as we have Batista around before he dies of, like, a premature heart attack, which all wrestlers do from the steroids, hoping he doesn't do that, he's still pretty fucking good. Like, it's just, they just completely, like, put him to the point where he's just retarded.
Well, they put him off to the side, except for that one scene where he opens up about his family. Well, yeah, pretty much
because he has the bitch that controls Kurt Russell's piss, like Asian sex slave.
He's like, his prostate doesn't work so well.
Yeah, like the first time they talk, she like had to let him know. She's like, you don't realize how Asian I am. I have no social interaction. With these antennas. She's like, Drax is like, can you show me how you make him fall asleep? She's like, I mean, I can, but you have to blur my pussy.
It's because I have pubic hair, and it's fucking long and wiry. No,
and then they're like, yo, what are your antennas for? She's like, I mean, I can make people feel good, but mainly I just clean Kurt Russell's cum and put it back in his hair.
That's how Asian I am. She's also like, I'm so Asian, actually, I have an adoptive white father who owns his own planet.
So I can go to school at his planet. Yeah, and like Drax keeps reminding her, he's like, dude, you're a fucking Asian sex slave and an ugly one at that, you fucking whore.
It's like, aren't you a bug? Do you have crabs?
But, here's one big flaw to me about the movie, was Nebula, and I get Nebula and Gamora, the forced fucking character development they had to have to, like, hate each other and then make up.
Yeah.
Like, Gamora's just like, oh yeah, dude, I guess I didn't realize how many times he raped and, like, kidnapped both of us and fucking replaced your body pieces with metal. My bad.
She's like, you know why I didn't know? Because I always won, bitch.
Yeah. She's like, what did you think? I wasn't playing to, like, get molested less? Bitch.
You know, that glove with all the stones on it went right up my ass, too.
And, like, what was funny is fucking... Okay, so, yeah, that was the case, right? But Nebula just became, like, a giant joke. As if, like, nothing wasn't terrible that happened to her. Like, obviously she's going to act that way.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it was terrible. She's like, yo, he replaced my nipple with his foreskin. I'm going to kill that bitch.
I have a minivan too now.
Oh my god, I hated that shit at the end when Nebula was like, I just wanted a sister while I was getting raped, and then like Gamora's like looks to the screen. She's like, you can call 1-800-SPACE-RAPE. You can help the rest of them too, Nebula. Like, what the fuck was that, bro?
She's like, I would have liked hanging out with you a lot more if you weren't bald. It's freaking me out.
She's like, bitch, that's not even my skin.
She's like, remember that time you fell off your bike and broke your arm?
You know what he used as glue? His cum. He fucked my brain.
Those drills are his cum. He just hardened his cum and it's fucking put screws in it.
Anyways, speaking of child molestation, Yondu apparently is the fucking blue step-uncle that, he'll take care of you, but he's got to touch you too.
He's also going to put you to work. He's like, yeah, he goes to work with me on my lawn mowing job.
Like, Quill thought he was, like, using him because he was skinny enough to thieve places, and really Yondu was like, I was like, that skinny ass, boy. Like,
I didn't know.
Put my arrow in your ass, boy, so I can whistle in it. And Fridays you get the fin.
He's like, I didn't know he was having me transport boys. I would have touched them all.
And then the Cracker's like, here, you got him, Captain. He's like, I mean, cold soup.
I feel bad for Rooster or whatever the fuck his name is, because he accidentally got all of his friends got killed because of him.
Yeah, he's a jackass.
He killed all
He's
his
like, I didn't
friends.
mean to commit no mutiny. I just thought we were going to molest you, just like you did Quill.
He's like, I just thought we would get an air spanking.
It's near all the hands Yondu kept in his closet when Quill's ass went away.
He's like, Yondu would have liked a little tree man like you. Put it right up Quill's ass.
I even thought that whole shit was weird. Like, the Mary Poppins joke was the funniest joke. Because he was like, he's like, you look like Mary Poppins, you fag. And then he's like, what? He's like, Mary Poppins cool? He's like, yeah, Mary Poppins if she dusted my fanny.
He's like, I'm that tree in the Mary Poppins, y'all.
Oh, God.
He's like, yeah, she's about as cool as Caitlyn Jenner. That's dusty-ass nipples.
Oh, my nipples! Oh, God. So apparently, Yondu, like, where they were showing his character development was he had a conscience about child trafficking.
Sort of.
And the fact he's in a space Cambodia with fucking sex slave robots. Which is, like, cool, right? Because you would think that's super profitable and productive.
Space Cambodia. That was the bar they met Sylvester Stallone at. Yeah. Sylvester Stallone doesn't think there's shit about getting
He thought they were being
prostitutes.
caught. He's like, I was going to shoot them the next scene.
Oh, God. You
But
know
you made
what?
me realize I have Alzheimer's and I forget everything. Like,
For some reason, with all these old actors now, it just made me think, like, dude, I really hope there's no sexual allegations against anyone in the Marvel Universe. We can't lose these guys.
Yeah, it's too good. And apparently...
It's becoming an old man's game. Bro, it's about to be the Expendables at one point.
Oh yeah,
Bruce
so
Willis.
the Ravagers are living like pure scumbags. You know, they got some good star meth from fucking your boy young Quill.
One of them is Star Meth, the one that hangs out with Sylvester Stallone.
Howard the Duck's trying to fuck a crack whore.
Yeah. He's like, I told her that's my tail feather.
And Taserface and Taserface, the cracker, and the fucking greedy Irishman. That guy's always like some gangster Irishman. They're just like, why does he keeping our trophy boy pussy alive? I thought Taserface was hilarious. That one scene where he was like, my gayness is metaphorical. Like,
Right?
that was hilarious.
And he's like, it strikes fear into the heart of he who what hears it. Is it not clear that we are pirates already?
Oh, my God. Yeah, well, apparently Yondu wasn't a pirate. He's just a child trafficker.
He's a child
And that's where the Ravagers draw the line.
Yeah, they don't like that shit. They're down to rape
like,
and kill, but not rape and kill boys.
Yeah, and like, well, they want to rape boys. Because that's what all the Ravagers did. They just raped Quill.
They just don't traffic.
And threaten to eat him after they raped him. And apparently fucking Cheddar Bob and fucking... you know that was Cheddar Bob, right?
Yeah.
The guy that Groot killed?
Yeah, he accidentally shot himself. That's how Groot got him.
He aimed the gun at Groot and he shot his wiener off. And Eminem's like, so all you guys can fucking talk about right now? Cheddar Bob's in the hospital. I got a battle rap to get my rep up, bro.
That's what Quill was saying.
No, God. Yeah, and that's apparently that's like what Yondu was going through. Like his old man, like, I regret my life, was like, I broke the code when I molested that boy.
He's like, I love touching that boy. But I love the Ravagers more, boy. Let me in, boy. Let me in another boy.
You don't know what that boy could have did. I was going to put my fin in his ass so he could control the arrow to go in my ass.
He's like, why'd you keep me around? He's like, because your dick was little enough to go into my butthole without it. Boy.
Yeah, so other than the Yondu pity party, which was fucking gay as fuck, it just ended with Stallone like, yeah, this is good. And then he sees like another Asian whore across the galaxy. And he's like, where's that Viet Cong? I can shoot her from here with a bow and arrow.
Just give me a boat. That's all I need is a boat and a bow and arrow. M16. And some goddamn knives.
I really hated the Fast and Furious bite here, too.
What, where they played
Like,
the
I get
Tokyo
that
song?
Drax is looking like a sausage, but he doesn't have to be the sausage. The only sausage in this world to me is good old Vinny Vin. Young Vienna Vin in his fucking belly button. Vin Diesel say, oh, we're a family.
We're family. Hey, Tyrese and The Rock, just split a sausage over it.
He's like, I told that motherfucker I'd pay his child support. It's for the family.
Just said, make another song, man.
I'll trade a crime for a child support monthly payment. I think that's good enough. I'm Vin.
I had my wife killed in the last movie, so I didn't have to do any Venezuelan child support.
What happened to Eva Mendes in that series?
She was a cop.
She's like, look, I know Paul's going to die.
She's like,
I can't be riding that dick for 4 movies and then lose it.
Sucking his dick in the trailer was the only reason I did the damn movies.
But we didn't even talk about Groot. Groot was fucking genius.
Oh, yeah, baby
was
Groot.
fucking genius. I want to see Teen Groot more.
Well, does he cut
Because
himself?
he like makes one branch for him to fucking that's growing weed for him to smoke, and then another branch he's jerking off.
He's like shaving shrubbery off his face.
Playing Game Boy with his other branch.
And cutting himself.
Yeah. The rocket Yondu thing was cool. Especially like when they were going in interdimensional space and like their Space Jam fucking thing that was going on.
Yeah, they did
what that kind of wacky ass shit was that?
Some fucking weird Mario Brothers like teleport through space and time bullshit.
Yeah.
It was like...
Or the fact that Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I would say 35% of it was a 3D motion ride.
Dude, if you had watched it in 3D, that would have been the sickest fucking movie,
right?
too. Unfortunately, I did not.
Yeah. And well, and not to mention at the end when they were getting away, the Asian chick was like thinking about suicide. She's like, oh,
if I just
want to die.
If I kill myself now, no one will know.
And the ending sucked.
The ending was terrible,
It's like,
bro.
dude, was I watching fucking Superman again?
Bro, they were Superman fighting, and then Pac-Man fighting, and then he became David Hasselhoff.
I thought, was this Adam Sandler's idea? Did they call him over to write this part of the script? He's like, yeah, you know what sound good there? Rob Schneider.
I'll make him rich. No, and dude, it felt like fucking the end of the new Star Wars trilogy, too.
Yeah.
He was like murdering him in like, well, I guess there wasn't lava, but it was some weird crystal thick dick veins that were going through the earth.
Well, and not to mention that Batista looks like a rotting dick with gonorrhea.
Oh, gross.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. That's gross.
And that's my knowledge. So yeah, I gave it an 8.2. I can't make it better than the first because it was more entertaining than the first, but it was fucking blatantly retarded.
Yeah.
They were fighting a Simpsons monster in the first fucking scene.
They were. And Groot was dancing to it, which made it more blatantly
Not
retarded.
to mention their montages were getting lazier.
A little bit,
yeah. It was just Gamora fingering herself and fucking Batista being like, why didn't I quit wrestling?
Well, and Groot getting all that... Well, we didn't even talk about that scene. Groot getting all the shit from the room to find the fin.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that was an odd fucking transitional scene.
Yondu's like, those are the underwear I used to make Quill wear. I didn't want that.
Like, that's the eyeball I put into Quill's ass. It's hilarious. Boy!
What are we coming out with next? Thor. Ragnarok.
Thor.
Look out for it, and hopefully that one isn't as fucking retarded as this one, which I'm assuming it is.
Oh, I forgot.
But I think Hulk finally reveals his cock ring.
I forgot to re-give my score, too.
Oh, yeah, what was your score?
I gave 8.6, slightly better than Age of Ultron. I'll give it that. Because I never want to watch Age of Ultron again.
And if you don't get why he's saying that, it's because we have previous episodes. We were a show before this show.
Well, also because...
I know it's been a while. So go check out all of our episodes. We've done a bunch of movie series. Let's go over them again. Marvel, Harry Potter, Star Wars, X-Men, Fast and Furious, fucking
Pirates of the
Caribbean, Transformers, Planet of the Apes. We're doing twerk for y'all. Work.
All the good shit that's coming out right now.
Fuck. And I don't think any one of them doesn't have a child molestation joke.
Well, all of them
or a DV joke.
Well,
if you don't know what DV is, look it up. Because it's one of my favorite subjects.
It's a dick vagina.
It actually isn't. Because it's even
not.
funnier than that.
It's something Joss
That's
Whedon
sort of
does
like
a lot
our partnership.
about.
But that's our yin and yang, bro.
Shit.
I mean, we could be like every other like comedy podcast and just invite a whore and talk about all the time something touched her snatch.
Oh, gross.
You want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Do that.
Where are we going to find a whore?
Why don't we get like a 400-pound
Oh, we
whore?
know a whore.
And on that note, you can follow us on Twitter, on Facebook. Look it all up. That's where we put our episodes and shit like that. And if you're not listening to fucking Lil Pump's new Gucci song or Tekashi 6ix9ine's made-up account or
whatever you can find.
Or whatever like Finland DJ that makes songs with Harry Potter having sex on it or something like that.
Oh God, an X. Can you tell me how you got that look, bro? Can I get that look? Can I shave my eyebrows? Go platinum blonde.
We're on SoundCloud, and I think we have fans there, or I'm just assuming they're Japanese and
they're probably jerking off.
Well, I get scared every time like a rapper, like a real street rapper, follows us. I'm like, oh shit! Please don't listen to what we say, because those motherfuckers will clap you. Yeah, so we're on SoundCloud, and look out for our Thor episode because it's coming up, bitch. Don't fucking
Ragnarok.
subscribe. Do us a goddamn favor and just fucking subscribe. We're giving you free goddamn material.
It's free. It's fucking free.
You know what else I do for free? Nothing.
Jerk off.
And on whatever note I just ended on, that's my order of opinion.